I'm here with Marty, Griffin, and Tamika, and we wanted to just sit down and talk to her, and we wanted to give her a chance to share her story, and we just want to ask you a few questions, and Marty and I are going to do any and everything we can to help you.
Okay.
Right.
We were staying in the house, and me and my kids were getting bit up real bad by mites and stuff that was coming out of the mold. There was a big hole that was in the foundation, and the rats were coming in through the foundation of the house. They were coming out of our cabinets. So at first I had to deal with it because I was like, we don't have anywhere to go. And then I bought, the Tupperware containers to put our food in because they were eating the food out. They were eating the food out of the boxes and stuff. So when I would get home from work, I would have to, throw the food away, and I would have to go somewhere. Then after a while, I was like, I can't take it no more. Me and the kids end up going to a hotel, and then I got 2 older daughters too. And my daughter was like, there's not enough space in the hotel because I could only afford a hotel with 2 beds. So we stayed at a hotel for about 8 months. It got too expensive for me. I couldn't afford it anymore. Plus, they needed things, and I wasn't able to get it. I went to go stay with my sister. And my sister, she's younger, so she led a different lifestyle than me. So I couldn't, deal with her. Whatever she is basically like, you can't do it, you got to go. So I went and slept in my car for about 4 or 5 days, and I kept calling the Allegheny Links. They kept saying, well, we don't have room for a family of your size in any of the shelters. I reached out to Brian Hall. He and his company paid for us for 7 days in a hotel, but they said that's all they could give us because they don't have the funds for it or whatever. So the last day at the hotel, I was like, God, please help me. Where are we going to go? Because this is the last night. Brian talked the shelter into giving me a space, and they didn't even really have it. It's not normal having to get up and leave early in the morning, because if I stay there in front of the shelter, my car might get ticketed because you can't park there, and by the time I get off from work at night, I don't want to walk that far with my kids because I'm like nervous around people at night, especially because of me being raped, my daughter being raped and stuff like that. So it's just been a lot.
My God. First of all, this is so painful for you. I know you're crying. How old are your kids?
Well, my 2 oldest, one will be 22 next week. I have a 20-year-old that's about to have a baby. I have a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 7-year-old.
You have a beautiful smile. How do you stay hopeful?
My kids, and I just know that I have to hold it all in when they're around. I just break down when they're asleep. You know what I mean? And I just pray a lot. And that's how I stay going. And I just know that maybe I'm at the lowest that I could possibly be in my life right now. There's no way to go but up.
I deal a lot with homeless people, and the biggest myth, people like you are lazy.
I work 74 hours a week. 74 hours. It just to make it, because I wasn't able to finish high school because I was a mother at a young age. So I have to work that much to even get a decent paycheck to be able to take care of the house, and then gas for my car, and the kids, just so kids won't pick at them, I gotta buy them the stuff that the other kids wear.
So they get bullied.
Yeah. So last week my daughter was bullied because she said, the one girl was, you keep wearing the same clothes that you wore from last week.
Where do you work?
I work at a nursing agency. It's called Tempest. I've been there for 10 years.
You take care
and I
of
still make $11 an hour.
Oh my God.
10 years. 74 hours a week, every week.
What's the hope?
My hope is to get into this house. The lady, I talked to her name's Dusty. She's really nice. I told her about my domestics, how I was beat up and everything like that. She said I can have the house. I just gotta pay the security deposit in the first month's rent.
I don't think Americans understand, do they?
They don't.
They judge you.
They do. They're like, oh,
everything you get is free, and
I look at it, and the crazy thing is it's really not. If I could trade and pay for everything and not need any type of assistance, I would. If I can rewind time, I would have finished school. I would pick a better partner to have children with, and I would have just done better, you know.
Marty and I were talking before this, and we want to help as much as we can, and we're going to help as much as we can. But to start off, he and I were going back and forth, and we both talking about we want to help out with Christmas, if that's okay. And so at first I said, well, I want to do $100. And Marty said, well, I want to do $200. Then I said, well, I want to do $300. And we just kept arguing back and forth about how much we really wanted to help you. So Marty and I both wanted to give you
Thank you so
$500
much.
for me.
Thank you so much. You don't know how much this means.
Here's another $500 for Marty.
There, man.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
No problem.
God bless you. Just something to take
Thank
care
you
of.
so much.
We're blessed that we can bless you, you know?
Thank you so much. This means a lot.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. Absolutely the beginning.
I really appreciate you guys so much. You just can't even imagine how much.